put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning.
No place like home. Thank you so much, guys, for staying with us here on Tobago Updates Television. Sporting Morning. I'm in my glee this morning. And I want to say thanks to Ronald Wood and the guys behind the scene for allowing us 1 full hour to talk about sports, not only in Tobago, but nationally. Joining me on set this time, Mr. Mentor Baptiste. We're talking about the recruitment drive of the Tobago Referees Committee. Good morning to you, Mr. Baptiste.
Good morning, Marcus, and good morning, Tobago.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining us this morning and talking about an important aspect of football. And I say football because without the referees, we have no football. You may have some referees on the bush side, but when it comes to the implementation of the laws of the game, referees very important, right? So tell me about this drive that you guys are on now.
Okay, so in the Caribbean, on a whole, there's a shortage of referees.
Right.
And we here in Tobago, it's even more critical. So, and since COVID, it has been a little worse. So we have to improve our numbers because there's a lot of football playing, a lot of football at all various levels.
Village leagues, school leagues,
Republic
TFA,
Cup,
all,
you name it,
and
they're
you are
playing.
stretched.
And the guys are stretched in. And if we continue like this, it's going to destroy them. So we have to encourage more and more, and I will say young people, but all are invited to come out and start refereeing. Past players could come out. Young people who love the game, but really playing is not for them, can come out. And even some I will encourage who are playing, they should decide within themselves
to learn the rules.
To learn the rules and even think carefully whether playing is their best option. Because when I go through some of the benefits you can get from refereeing, some of them might want to decide. I know some of them really love to play. But
they ain't good. You want to say that?
I'm not even going to say that they're not good. Some of them might be good players. But are they good enough to make it on the world stage as a player? Whereas if they come to referee, maybe they could make it on the world stage as a referee.
And before we get into the discussion, because I mentioned world stage, and I saw recently one of your very own, in Carissa Jacob, she would have gone internationally to do refereeing. Tell me more about
that. She would have gotten the opportunity to go to the Women's Gold Cup.
Women's Gold Cup.
That's the CONCACAF premier women's event. And she would have done very well, in my opinion. She got all the way to the semifinals.
Wow.
And she was one of the match officials on the semifinals. And as a matter of fact, I got word last night that she's again invited out on the 9th of April to do a sort of repeat of the finals between the USA national team and Brazil.
Okay, so
the US female national team and Brazil. So she'll get that opportunity to do the final. In a sense.
So as you rightfully said, opportunities are endless.
Are there.
You know, you travel the world.
That's
and
right.
You get exposed, and then you could come back here and try to get others to go as well.
And they pay you in US dollars.
Oh my gosh. I think I got to change my career anyway, in that sense. So tell me about the strategies you guys are using, because obviously this is not the first recruitment drive that you guys would have put on. What are the strategies that you are using now? Obviously, you can use Carissa as an example to get young people and people to...
Actually, I wanted her here this morning, but unfortunately, she sent me a message that she couldn't make. Well, presently, there's a national online course at this time that has started already, and as a matter of fact, I saw one Marcus Daniel in the class. I'm not sure if you all are related, but that has been going on for a few weeks now. But apart from that, here in Tobago, we want to run our own local sessions here as well. And
not online, but face-to-face.
Face-to-face sessions. Face-to-face sessions. And as a matter of fact, the Tobago participants who are online, they can start coming out to our training here in Tobago. And as a matter of fact, some of them have started already. So we are going to be ramping up a lot of training once as we have people to train. That's April. In May, we want to start an adult program where we are going to go through all the laws of the game. They're going to do their on-field preparation as well. and hopefully start refereeing sometime this year. As well, we want to start a youth program come July, August, that vacation period, where we'll be targeting the secondary school children at that time to pull them in, and they will be more focused on refereeing some of those secondary school games at the junior levels, late under 14, the female under 15, and so on.
That's like the practical in that sense. You wet your feet there, and then obviously you go up.
You move up.
Very important.
And it is interesting times for referee in this region, because once as you are young and you're passing the FIFA fitness test and you are refereing reasonably good, they pack you off to Mexico for a 2-week training program.
Mexico, I mean, what is called the altitude in Mexico. Oh my goodness.
In Mexico City especially,
my gosh,
it's very high, but it's a wonderful experience.
Yes. So you would have been through that program.
That program wasn't around in my time.
Okay.
I benefited from other programs,
right.
but this one is the I think they call it the core program, and it's for central referees only.
Okay.
And they try to pull the young fellas. One of the new FIFA referees that we have, he's from Trinidad. He would have benefited from this program because he started to referee at age 14. So now that he is 25 years old, it was easy for him to just walk on the panel at 25.
And obviously, younger you are, you get to soak up all the different rules and regulations. But you can study the Bible. But when it comes to applying what you have probably learned, that's the important part of it.
And that's why there's continuous training. And it's important that referees continue to train, although they have finished their course.
Yes.
There's, one, every year there are changes to the laws. And two, to make sure that you are current with the application of the laws, you have to continue training.
Yeah, and let's talk about the requirements to be a referee. Right? What's your prerequisite? What do you want people to come with? If you are really serious about becoming a referee, what are what's your training like? What do you have to do to become a certified, qualified referee?
Okay, so there are several aspects to it. One is being able to understand the laws of the game. So you should have a little understanding.
Right.
Once as you pass through primary school, you should have that level of understanding.
It's how people still don't know what it was put outside.
Okay. Once as you pass through primary school and can read, you should have that understanding. And a lot of people don't understand offside because they would never thought offside.
Right.
So once as we teach them it, because we teach them it theoretically and practically.
Yes.
So they have a full understanding of what offside is. And trust me, when you do that offside law, you yourself will be shocked.
Wow.
Besides the theoretical part, there's the application of the law, being able to apply the law. So there'll be a lot of practical, technical training in how to run and position yourself and where to look and what to look for, and certain areas of the field, what to expect there. So there's that area close to the bench, we call it the dead zone, but a lot of dangerous things happen there because there's where the play most times build up to attack.
So that's just after the half line?
Just between the two benches.
Right.
That area.
In midfield?
Midfield.
Right.
You will see a lot of crunching tackles taking place there. So
what do you call it? What do you call it?
They call it the dead zone.
The dead zone.
And then there's that final attacking third of the field where that penalty area, you have to know according to which side the ball is going on, where to run on to make sure that you can see whether something happened inside or outside the penalty area. And you're communicating with your assistant referee, because when you start to do the training, you'll see. So there's a lot of technical things we do on the field.
Yes.
And then, of course, there's the physical fitness. And that component could be very demanding at times.
Yes.
And those who are aspiring to go onto the FIFA level, it's very, very intense training. You train like a professional athlete at that level. The local games are pretty slow, so you don't need that kind of intensity for fitness.
I understand.
But those younger ones who are aspiring to go to the FIFA level, you have to.
So there must be a cutoff age in terms of being a FIFA approved referee. I mean, what age do you want them to come at? And if I am interested in getting to be a official at a FIFA event, what's the cutoff age? Because
Okay. So you come in as young as possible.
Young as possible
could be primary school.
All right.
Right? So you come in as young as possible. As a matter of fact, right now we have a boy who is 14 years old. So I'm very happy for that. You can become a FIFA assistant referee, what you all call long ago the linesman.
Right.
But it's assistant referee at age 23.
Right.
So from 23, you can become a FIFA assistant referee.
Right.
The FIFA referee, the central referee, at age 25. Both assistant referee and referee, your cutoff age is 45. So at 45, you can referee locally again, not internationally. However, in CONCACAF, before you are 23 or 25, you can become a CONCACAF referee if you are refereeing very good and passing the fitness test. So you might be given things like little CFU tournaments and so on to go to. So you can actually start traveling and earning foreign exchange before you become a FIFA referee. So there are lots of benefits out there for the young people. And for the women, it's a lot easier because we have a greater shortfall in the number of women.
Yeah, because I remember Julianne McDougall.
Julianne
McDougall was also involved.
She was one of the top assistant referees in CONCACAF.
Yeah.
She was earmarked to go to a World Cup.
Oh my gosh.
But
I know life happens.
Yeah, life
And so how can persons who are viewing this program right now join this recruitment drive if they're interested?
Okay, so let me just get some numbers. Okay, so we have the chairman. You can contact him at 474-6427. That's 474-6427. You can contact the secretary at 465-6055. That's 465-6055. Or you can get in contact with me as well at 391-8046. I didn't write down my number and I almost forgot it. That's 391-8046.
Yeah. And how long does the program take for you to come out and say, hey, I can go and do a game?
The theoretical part takes a few weeks, maybe about 8 weeks.
Right.
And the on-field training is for the rest of your life.
The rest of your life.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then we do have follow-up classroom sessions and so on, where FIFA has a website that we go to that has a lot of videos and so on that we help train our referees to say, okay, if you were the referee in this position, what would you have done?
Yeah.
And so on. So it's very interactive and so on for them.
So the referees committee in Tobago, in terms of training and retraining, when you put the guys out there, obviously you will maybe at a game and you review. You guys use video evidence to review?
Yes, we have to.
Yeah.
We because, and you see the modern game with all the technologies around.
Yeah. You can't give it
a game is played here in Tobago.
Yeah.
Sometimes wrongfully, the referee is accused, sometimes wrongfully, and sometimes rightfully.
I like that.
No, it's a human being.
Yeah, of course.
It's a human being. And when we see it, we will pull the referee and let them know. We go through it with them.
So they have demerit points or what?
Huh?
They have demerit points?
Because of our small numbers, we can't.
Yeah, because there are some referees.
Because in the real sense of things, let us say we had 100 referees in Tobago. We would have had them at different levels.
Right. Yes,
so there would have been promotion and demotion of referees based on your performance and those things.
Because if it is that, because the pool is very small,
the guys
very small. Who are making the mistakes are
we have to use them again.
That's trouble, because that is always an official can make or break your career, you know. An official
sometimes yes.
Especially in cricket. Imagine I'm on debut. Look at Lincoln Roberts for West Indies. And Glenn McGrath, all up here the ball hit on debut. He had to go, and that's the end of Lincoln Roberts. We didn't see him again. So imagine if he didn't get out there and he go and make 100. Or no, Lincoln may have been playing for West Indies.
But you see, now there's technology.
Well, yeah. So you can review.
You can review.
Yes, you can review. But as I said before, I'm very happy for this drive, and I'm hoping that, especially the school program that you are thinking of doing, you get into the schools and probably make it mandatory for the clubs that are under the TFA or collaborate with the TFA to send 2 representatives to participate in the drive. Because if I can have persons within the clubs that are qualified to not even become referees, but understand the game and they can impart on their team, it makes your job easier.
And as a matter, as you mentioned that, we do offer to any club in Tobago and any school in Tobago, we do offer them. We can come in and go through the laws of the game.
Oh, that's good.
Very few clubs did take it up. Some years ago, Phoenix took it up. I think Wim took it up, and we went in. And I remember Terry saying, I can't remember which law we were doing. He said, I never know that.
Is he?
He said, and he turned to one of his players. He said, you know that? I never know that.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show that, one, the laws change every time. So the laws that we know today, next year it will be slightly different.
Right. Same thing with the offside right now. Offside only changing every year.
Yep. Because they want to get it right. Because you players and coaches are not easy, you know. When they make the law, you all come up with all sorts of ingenious ways to circumvent the law.
Like the hand of God.
So every year they try to make it
I understand.
a little better and a little better.
Mr. Baptiste, we have to end the interview here now, but I really appreciate that you came on here this morning. We're talking about the recruitment drive. Any final word you want to mention?
As you said in the opening, you really cannot play good football without referees. Not every call we are going to get right.
Yes, I agree.
And I want spectators and players to understand that.
Especially spectators.
Just like the player, not every shot he tries at goal he's going to score.
Exactly.
And we are human beings.
Yes.
We try to get it right. When we see errors, we go back in our thing and try to correct them.
Appreciate that.
And because we want a better brand of football in Tobago. And we all have to work together, the players, the coaches, the referees. And when we have our young referees, if they make an error, cussing them out is not the solution.
It can be very intimidating at times, but I understand.
But I have a girl recently who was intimidated to go back. And we had to really encourage her to go back. And I was glad to see last week, Saturday, she went back in the middle and she had a game and so on.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
We have to develop the game all around. And sometimes the aggression from players and coaches builds you for the next stage. And we could talk about that as well. But just to wrap it up, come out and referee. It builds your character. It improves the type and quality of person you become. And come out and try it. You might actually like it, and it might be a career path that you would have chosen.
Exactly. And I have to concur with you. So guys, especially those that aren't I don't want to say skillful enough, and trying to become, I want to call some names, but I ain't calling no names, right? But you can participate in football not only on the field as a player, but you can be on the side, or you can also be in the middle as the man in charge, right? Plenty of opportunities, and I've been watching local games in football, and I can tell you sometimes the referees they left me wanting many times. But the referees committee in Tobago here, they are asking for persons to come out. Well, go out there and do the thing. It's for your improvement as well, your club's improvement, your community improvement. So I want to thank Mr. Baptiste for coming here this morning, and I really hope that the recruitment drive is a resounding success. So guys, thank you so much for staying tuned thus far. We have one more interesting interview coming up. The guys from FC Phoenix doing wonderful things down there in the Trinidad and Tobago Premier Football League. That's after the break. Don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live.